everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to Creative Stampin' Designs. My name is Karen and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Central New Jersey. And I'm going to make a card with you today. Just make sure I'm live because my computer's really been acting up today. All right. Looks like I am. Just going to wait and see if anybody hops on. When you hop on, say hi and where you're from. I will try to follow comments, but I have a little bit of trouble making a card and following comments at the same time. So, all right. Boy, I'm actually straight today and all. Or pretty straight. All right, we're going to get started. I'm going to use the Easter Friends stamp set today, but I'm not making an Easter card per se. It's just going to be a springtime card. I'm also using the Stitch So Sweetly dies. These here I'm going to be using this one here and this one here from the dies. So I'll actually just pull those out. And I already used, I will show you what I did, the Flowers from Home dies, but I used, I believe it was the two little tiny the little dies, the leafy dies. I will explain what I did. I did it ahead of time because I wanted to glue flowers onto them, and I wanted to make sure that they were going to be stuck by the time, because otherwise I was afraid they'd fall out while I was doing it. Okay, I have just a couple reminders, or just things. Waves of the Ocean. The suite is available now. The Waves of the Ocean DSP, the blue foil paper, and the Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels, those are only while supplies last. The Waves of Inspiration and Waves dies, you can purchase them separately or as a bundle, but they are going to be in the 2022 to 2023 annual catalog, which, if you're a demonstrator, you got to see it. That's what I lost track of time. I was flipping through the new catalog already. Going on right now. Now, today is the 23rd, so you have till, I believe it's next Thursday that this will end, the Savings in Bloom. It's the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's 20% off. And then there's 13 bundles. And some of the bundles, they brought back the bundle price just for this sale. And the bundle price, as some of you know, are 10% off already. And then you get another 20% on top of that. Okay, and then I have a special going on right now. This also goes until the 31st. I have a tutorial bundle ordering special. Normally you get one online class tutorial set for me, which is usually about 5 cards. This month it is the Daffodil Daydream. We went through the tutorials we've done, and there were 6 from the Savings in Bloom that we had done in the past, so decided to offer them. So instead of just getting one bundle, or one tutorial, you will get a set of 7. Okay? And then I have a little sneak peek for everybody. I don't know if some of anybody, it's, well, this is for the new 2022 to 2020. Boy, I'm getting mixed up on my numbers. 2022 to 2024. These are the new in colors, and I thought I would share them with you. Hi, Jamie. You're able to pull yourself away from the catalog for a little bit. This is Sweet Sorbet. This is the Parakeet Party. Now, I've seen these in the catalog, and they are beautiful. They're a lot better than looking at this, than what I thought. Tahitian Tide. Starry Sky. And Orchid or Oasis. So these are our new in colors. Hi, Rosie. Thanks for joining. All right, let's get going with the card. Hi, Gloria. Thank you for joining. I am starting with an 8.5 by 5.5 panel of fresh freesia cardstock, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So it's just really a plain card. Well, part of it is. Then I have a piece of the Pansy Petals DSP. This is the fresh freesia gingham, and I'm just going to adhere this to the front of the card. And I'm using liquid glue, so I have a little wiggle room, because I have found that when I'm live, I can't get things straight right away. And then I have to take them off. So I found that using the liquid glue live is a lot easier. Nothing is plain about your card. Thanks, Rosie. All right. Now, we are going to do the inside first. I'm going to work a little backwards, but that's okay. So we're just going to take a panel of basic white, and I have the sentiment from the Easter Friends, sending warm and happy wishes this spring. So this can really, it doesn't have to be used as a Easter card, but it can be. It can be used as a birthday card if somebody has a spring birthday. Oh, I need that still. So I'm just going to stamp it in the center. We're going to pray to get it straight and pray for the center here. In smoky slate ink. I had to think, sorry. Sorry, I have to hold my breath a little when I'm... Ooh, okay. Looks pretty straight to me. Now, I am going to stamp the adorable little bunny, but I have found the bunny can be a little on the dark side. So, I'm going to ink them up. I'm going to stamp off once, and then I'm going to stamp them on the card. Just to give him a little bit softer look. He's supposed to fit. He's not going to fit, is he? That's all. I just wanted him on the front, on the card on the inside. Scrap paper out of the way. And then I'm going to adhere this. Hang on, I'm just looking to see. You know what? I'm restamping the sentiment because it's a little off and it's going to drive me crazy. So as you all know, paper has two sides, and this is the reason. And I'm actually, since I'm restamping it, I'm stamping it over a little so that my bunny will fit better. All right, so we're going to do this again. Stamp him off once, and then stamp him right on the side, like so. That's better. Now I can put the grass. That was upsetting me. I had the grass ready to go, and I wasn't going to be able to put it underneath them. Just get my scrap paper underneath. Most of you know I like my scrap paper underneath because otherwise... Hi, Jillian. I guess you were able to pull away from the catalog too. Thank you. It was a new color my daughter and I got, Jillian. I'm just going to stamp the grass below the bunny. Just like that. All right. And now I'm going to adhere this to, maybe, we're going to adhere this to a fresh freesia, oh my goodness, mat, and then we will adhere it inside the card. Ah, thanks, Jillian. I actually did scroll through the whole catalog really fast. Tonight I'm going to sit. I told my daughter she's going to Starbucks. She is going to pick me up a drink, and I am going to sit in front of the computer and study the new catalog and watch my credit card from afar shake with all that I'm going to want to buy. All right. So we're just going to adhere this inside like that. Okay, so that's it for the card base. The card front is where everything's going to happen. Excuse me. Okay, so now I have another panel of fresh freesia that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, okay, and a panel of Heart and Home DSP that is also 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I did this because I wanted it to have a little more stability. Oh, I need to put the glue on it first. So what we're going to do, I need to glue it up a little bit on this side. Hi, Barbara. Thanks for showing up today. No problem. Okay. All right. Now, this is where I need my score. Hopefully everything will be in the screen okay. Oops. Hang on, my paper. I guess I moved it too fast. Oh, no. I might have to cut another piece because my paper's stuck or moved. All right. I'm going to cut another quick piece. Sorry about that. Actually, I don't have to cut it. It's already cut. 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. A little extra. Let me grab the DSP real quick. Oh, boy. Oh, and of course I don't, when I want the DSP, I can't find it. Oh my goodness, do I have it out? All right. Oh, do I have it? I may even have a piece cut already. Nope, that one's short. Oh. Well, this wasn't supposed to happen today. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so I need a piece that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and hopefully it won't move when I glue it down to the paper. I can use the other one. I'll just cut it down. Let's try this one more time. Show them in the screen. There. Perfect. Don't move. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my scoring. Let's get the cutting blade out of the way. And I'm going to score the panel at a 1/2 inch. I'm pressing a little hard so it goes through both pieces. Score it at 1 inch. Then I'm going to score it at 4.5. 4.5? Yeah, 4.5. And 5. So it's actually scored the same on both sides. And it did go through. Okay. Now before I do anything else, I am going to cut the center out. And I have my score line so I can see exactly where. Score lines are hard to see, but I could see them. And I'm going to just put a little piece of Post-it note tape so it doesn't move. Just want to make sure it's right in the center. Yeah, I'm going to put a couple pieces of Post-it note tape because as I walk to cut it, you know it'll move. Okay, and I put it on the inside just in case it rips the paper or gets stuck. The inside won't matter because we're using it's the outside part that I want. Okay, I'll be right back. My cutter's just off to the side. I'm just going to cut it real quick. And because I'm cutting through the DSP and the cardstock, I do go through, put it through a couple times just to be sure it cuts all the way through. So that's what I'm left with. Now I'm going to score the sides. Okay. Not score them, I'm sorry. I'm going to fold on the score. Actually, I'm going to rescore them because putting it through the embossing machine kind of flattened my score lines out a little bit. Probably would have been better off if I cut first and then scored. But I did make this card already, and I did it the other way, and I didn't have the problem. Okay. So I'm going to fold the first score line. I'm going to fold it back like that. So I'm making a little shadow box. And then this one will go forward. Like I said, I used the DSP on the cardstock because I wanted it a little more stable. I didn't want it to be real flimsy. Especially with mailing the cards. I like them to hold up. And when I did it this way, it did something else, and I'll show you. Okay, so we're just going to score it like that. And this is going to go on the front of the card. Now, I did do the inside part. Okay, so this is going to go like this. I did stamp. This is the part I did before. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining. Aren't you lucky? I cut the little green pieces with, I had showed you the dies. The Flowers of Home dies. I cut this one and this one out of soft succulent paper. Okay. Then I adhered the little loose flower flourishes. Boy, say that 10 times fast. But I wanted to make sure they stayed glued on. So that's why I did them ahead of time. And I'm going to glue them to the bunny's hands. And I did have, so I'm going to put the one to the side a little bit like that. And this one will go a little bit straighter. I just have to, And that's what kept happening yesterday. So we're just going to glue these together. I didn't want to glue it together ahead of time. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of, I'm going to use a little liquid glue on this. So then once it's down, you know what? I need my third hand. There we go. Now the flower, some of the flowers I use glue dots, and some of them, like the big flowers, those I used, or the big flowers I used glue dots. The tiny flowers I used liquid glue. All right, let's see if I can do this without getting glue all over me. Okay, so we're going to put this one just like that. And then we're going to get a little glue on this one. And once it's on the cardstock, it'll be good. Everything will hold. And this one we're going to go up a little bit. And this bunny I also stamped in the smoky slate ink, stamping it off once, and I fussy cut it because this set does not come with dies. So there, the bunny's holding the flowers. Okay, and we are going to set the bunny right in the center here, and then this will go over the top of him. Except I gotta get, so we're going to put him on with dimensionals. And we're going to put a few just because I want to make sure he stays. I'd rather have a little bit extra when it comes to the dimensionals. Just take all the backs off real quick. And we're going to get him. Right in the middle. I use my grid paper a lot. I have to count all the time. We're going to put him right in the middle, so he's popped up a little bit. And then this part I'm going to adhere down with tear and tape because I just think it stays a little bit, just gives it that extra little bit of security. Just give it another. Now you can use liquid glue. You can use, if you're not using tear and tape, I would use liquid glue. And if you don't have liquid glue, I would use the Stampin' Seal Plus. You want to use something, because this is a thick piece and you want it to stay, and because it pops up. Show you how I put this on, then we'll do the sentiment. only seeing bits and pieces of comments. I'm got my head down looking at the card. Okay, now this isn't working. The one I made yesterday, I did not even take a picture of it. I made the card and popped it in the mail right away. So it's not even going on my blog, and I was so happy with the way it came out, but I needed to get it in the mail. All right, so where are we here? Actually, over one. There we go. All right, now I need to make sure where we're putting this. I want to make sure I have it. Oops. Okay, so the 4. So what I did is I put the one side down. Whoops. I'm trying to keep this. And then I put the other side down. But fold it when you're putting it down. Hold it, you want to hold it folded. And then when it pops up, I don't know if you can see it, it actually like curves a little bit. And then the card stands, it's a regular card, but you have the little shadow box on the front. All right, I'm going to do a sentiment real quick. And we are just going to stamp my friend on the front, and I'm going to use the smoky slate, and it doesn't matter where I stamp it on here because I'm going to cut it out. I just have to make sure I stamp it and it, okay. I just want to make sure because sometimes get those edges. And I am going to use, oh, I took it out already. Sorry. We're going to use this one here, and it fits like just perfect. So I'm going to go cut that out real quick. Usually I have these all done, but I wanted to do some of the stamping live. And it fits perfect right in there. We're going to pop this right on the bottom. Actually, I'm going to do it off to the side a little bit so you can see his flowers still. And I think what I'm going to do, being that's all popped up, I think I'm going to just use, glue dots to adhere it. We'll put a couple on the bottom. There you go. Thanks, Gloria. There. Just add, I'm going to add a couple little flowers just to the sentiment, only because it just needs something, I think. I was going to put a bow, but if I put a bow now, it's either going to hang off all the way on the bottom or cover up the sentiment. So we are going to go with some flowers. Whoops. Okay. And we're just going to put them, we're just putting them on with some glue dots. Put one of the fresh freesias down here. And then I'm going to put one of the tiny pink ones. Actually, I'm going to put two of the pink ones down here with this. There we go. There. So the card's all done. Let me do the envelope real quick and we'll be done. Let that dry. But it's fairly simple. It just, like I said, this part here, I really recommend using tear and tape if you have it, or you want a strong adhesive. Now you can do it without the cardstock. Like I said, I did it with the cardstock only because I wanted more stability, and with the cardstock it gave it that little bow, I guess you want to call it, or bow, whatever you call that. So, all right, I'm just going to adhere a piece of the pansy petal, the fresh freesia gingham, to the envelope flap and trim it down, and then we'll just stamp the bunny on the front and we'll be done. They have listed the items that will be retiring, because the new catalog will be going live on May 3rd. So there's a whole bunch of items that are 50% off for stamp sets, paper, all different things that are on sale right now. When I'm done, I am going to go up, and I'm hoping tonight to get it posted on my blog. So that I'll post a PDF. So then you just have to click on it, and you can get the whole PDF of what's on sale, what's going to be leaving, what's going to be staying. I'm very excited about the new catalog. That's why I'm surprised that a few of the people showed up today, because I know everybody, we were all looking for looking at the catalog. I know why I was upset, because right when it was going live, that's when I had to pick my daughter up, and I was like, oh, she couldn't take an earlier train in today. All right, we're just going to stamp some of the grass below him, and we'll be all done. All the measurements, directions, and a link to the video will be on my blog on Friday, creativestampingdesigns.com. There will be the link to the Facebook video and a link to my YouTube video, because I will upload it to YouTube. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I can help you out with anything. I'd love to help anybody making these fun fold cards. That's why I do it on Wednesdays. I just think everybody should make fun fold cards once in a while. So that's it, though. It's a nice, cute little pop-up card. Hope you like it. And I hope to see you back next Wednesday. Thank you for joining me today. I will be planning to go live next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Same place. And again, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you out with anything. And I will post the items that are going away on my blog as soon as I can. Thanks for joining, everyone. Have a good week. Bye-bye.